don't think I've mentioned it in any of these blogs, but I was immensely privileged and a bit taken aback to be approached for the honorary role of honorary president of Ramblers Scotland back in February time, and the appointment was made in March. And since then I've had a few engagements to do. I mean, there's lots of stuff about, you know, the Ramblers down south and the Ramblers Scotland. I do a lot of work in terms of legislation and lobbying and access and all those sorts of things. And for me, that's what the organisation was about. You know, before I got involved personally, for me, the Ramblers have always been this sort of one of the guiding voices, I suppose, who I look to for ideas and their thoughts on important issues, national issues, in terms of access to the outdoors and getting healthy and walking and that kind of thing. But since I've been involved, you realise it's the part that you don't really realise unless you're going out and walking week in, week out, is it's the membership. That's the really important thing, and it's the people who get out and do. There's the 54 groups in Scotland across the country who have 3,500 walks a year. You know, that's the important core. Well, you know, they're the important element at the core of everything that Ramblers does. And so I suppose you can take the role in many different ways, but what I've come to see the role as now is actually trying to get out and meet as many groups as I can, speak to as many members as I can, and just do whatever I can using the social media presence I've got and whatever presence I do have, just to try and promote what the Ramblers do, what Ramblers Scotland does in terms of health and walks and provision for those kinds of things, and promote all the different groups in the different parts of Scotland, just to show people the immense variety of walks that are done. It's, you know, you'd be surprised. I've been surprised. The first walk I went out with them, the first walk I did back in, I think it was April, I was quite taken aback by the pace. And every walk since then has been like that. But anyway, I've tried to get out with one group per month. The first one I ever did, the first Ramblers group I went out with, was Eildon Ramblers down in the Borders. Also been out with Stirling and Falkirk. That was a nice local walk up Bishop Hill in the Lomond Hills, so local to me. And again, an incredible pace that they put on. And one of the ladies there, she was 81 going on 82, and she had done her first 3 Munros of her life in the past year with the Ramblers group. So it's just not what you expect. Also, who else have I been out with? I've been out with Tayside Young Walkers. We went up Benarty Hill again in the Lomond Hills with them, and then the one I went on 2 weeks ago was with Linlithgow Ramblers, which is a really big group with quite an incredible programme of walks they've got on all year round. They have Wednesdays and weekends, but I went on a walk up Stobinnon and Benmore with them, and it was graded as being quite a, you know, not a slow walk, but it was a good pace going up from Inverloch Larrig straight up the hill like that. It's a steep way up that hill. So I've been really impressed at the professionalism of all these people, just because they've got to have walk leaders and have training and feel competent in leading other people, you know, and so friendly. And invariably all these walks end up in tea rooms or pubs or something, so that's always the nice bit at the end of the walk. But it's been really eye-opening, and so now I've got through. Also been out with Edinburgh Young Walkers as well, to a small extent, in Edinburgh on a walk over Carlton Hill. So I've done a few things, but so 4 or 5 groups I've done. There's 54, so I've got 49. No, sorry, that's terrible maths. Yeah, 49. I've done 5. I suppose I've done 5. So yeah, I've got about 49 groups to go through over the next couple of years or so. So it's a bit of a challenge, but it's good fun.